guys, welcome back to my channel. This is chapter 59, Square One. The night before Winterland, when Mrs. Larson, you know, she shares her comments with me, and what will she announce? The anxiety that builds up when you are running late and everything in the world joins forces to conspire against you. The stoplight that won't turn green, the construction that popped up out of nowhere, the guy too distracted to buy pictogram to just go. That's what it felt like to watch Mrs. Larson examine my pictures. She pored over every frame, obvious to my desperate stares. And the limited commentary didn't help. So, what do you. Once again, Adi, I'm gathering my thoughts. It's been a lifetime. Does she like them or not? Would it kill her to smile a little? But somehow I managed to keep my cool. And finally, she turned to me, photos in hand. I'm not sure how to say this, but I can tell you have been taking my advice to heart. You have been improving in leaps and bounds, Adi. Really, really. Though there are still a few tweaks I'd like to see. You may have gone a bit overboard in the process of touching these up. She held the photos to the light, and immediately I saw what she meant. On the computer, I had upped the contrast to the point that some of the details looked a little pixelated. Oh, I can fix and reprint those before I leave today. The original are still saved on my cameras. Embarrassed, I quickly crumpled the photos and threw them in the recycling bin. But Mrs. Larson shook her head. There's no need to be abashed. I'm impressed with you, Addy. I'm very impressed with all of you, actually. She called over the rest of the group, gathering us in a giant huddle. I must say, I'm proud of the work you have done here. The site is nearly built, and the artwork looks incredible. Oh, don't mention it. It was all my crew. Don't downplay your efforts. You have really turned this ship around. I made eye contact with Lauren across the huddle, and she scowled furiously at me. With a smirk, I said, Thank goodness, Jennings made Lauren walk the plank. For Elijah, the best foreman at East Prey, who knew all we needed to succeed was to get rid of the dead weight. You think you're so funny, but you're the only one laughing. Everyone else was sad to see me go. Oh, really? I was crying so hard that at the news, Lauren, just sobbing my eyes out. Lauren's face went beet red, and she shot me a murderous look. Now, art uplifts, and so should we. Lauren stormed off in a huff, and Mrs. Lawrence watched her go, eyes wide. Oh dear, I just meant that I am glad to see that Winter Wonderland is headed in such a good direction. Now let's raise some funds. As the crew dispersed, Mrs. Lawrence approached me. I held up my hands. Before you give me a lecture, I won't apologize to Lauren. I'm sorry. As mad as Lauren makes me, I should have controlled myself. It won't happen again. Thank you for reconsidering your actions, but that's actually not why I came here. As my star pupil, I was hoping I could call on you to do a little tutoring. She gestured at someone coming from the direction of the field, pom poms from the cheer practice still in hand. Hey, Addy. Ava. Our eyes met, and a warmth melted over my entire body. Even the air between us felt electric. And then I remembered she was dating Viola, and my nerves solidified like lead weight in the pit of my stomach. Ava has been having a little trouble on honing her photography with cheer still on her plate. So I have given her. Before I got swept away in Ava's beautiful eyes. Subconsciously, I took a step back, and almost immediately, Ava reached out to steady me. You have every reason to say no, but I could really use your help, please. And there it was. No matter what happened between us, she and I always had a bond and always would. Ava, that probably isn't a good idea. Anything for you, Ava. And I couldn't let her down. Perfect. I'll leave you to it then. Ava, I accept to be vowed first thing Monday morning. With a wagging finger, Mrs. Larson slipped away, and I shot Ava a shy smile. I have never seen her assign something like this. Just how bad have you been doing? Let's just say I'm naming this project Rescursion because it's legit bringing me back from the dead. Then we had get better get started. What's the assignment? She wants me to make a photo diary showcasing my memories, thoughts, dreams. As she spoke, a light bulb went off in my mind. To ace this project, why don't we show Larson all of your faces, past, present, and future, starting with the day you met me, the story of your first destination? She groaned, but I gathered her hand, and together we slipped inside to the classrooms. I waded between the desks, trying to get the positioning exactly right as Ava leaned against the whiteboard. I think you were right about here when it all went down. Yup, and Mr. Novak was right where I am standing. I remember, it was like it was yesterday. As Novak lectured at the board, I was laser focused. The last few months had been hard, and the school was tough, but I was grateful for the distraction, which was probably why I didn't hear Darren and his friends unicorn underpants. What are you? My fingers grazed the lace trim of my exposed underwear, and heat rose to my face. Next to me, Ava wheeled around on Darren, eyes wild with danger. Wow, Darren, I have always known you were mutant scum, but you just stopped yourself, you giant gaping. Ava, since you and Adi would rather talk than learn, why don't you take your conversation about to the hallway? But we now did I want to go? No. Was it fair? Hell no. But had been a handful, and Dad had been absent. They couldn't afford to have me fall apart too. But as I climbed to my feet and leave, our stared Novak down. So Darren and Co. can make all the disgusting comments they want, but we are the distraction. They may be the pigs, but you are no strangers to the mud yourself. The rest of the class watched, open mouthed, as Novak's face went red, then purple, then, Congratulations, Miss Lawrence, you have just earned yourself a detention. Wanna make it double or nothing? The sound of the shutter slamming brought me back to the moment as I examined the photo. To this day, he still gives me the stink eye when I pass him in the hall. I opened my mouth to reply, but the time just after Mom's death had been hard, and the memory brought back the weight full force. Words escaped me, and Ava took my hand and squeezed it, just as protective of me as she had been years earlier. I squeezed back. Thanks for having my back. Always. Anyway, I think I know where I want to take the next one. It's somewhere that's really been summing up my present state of mind lately. Then let's go. I followed over to the greenhouse and was met by a burst of leafy plant where an open cocoon dangled from one of the blades. Here's my model. Wow, a moth, but why? I don't get it. What does this moth have to do with you? Abba crouched until the bug was eye level, watching as it expanded its crinkled wings. This moth just came out of its cocoon. Its wings are wet, so it will need to sit here until they dry. Who knows that what predator could come along before then? The tone of her voice shifted, and instinctively I put my hand on her shoulder. Right now, I feel super vulnerable, like I went through this big change, and I don't know if my wings are dry enough to survive. I thought of her reaction to Chad at homecoming, her sneaking around with Viola, the ache in my own stomach as she leaned into my support, nuzzling my arm. Whether we were ready to say it loud or not, our relationship had changed things, and it scared her. Ava, you have had wings your whole life. It took the camera from her. I took the camera from her and fixed the moth squarely in the middle of the shot. At the flash, the bug took off, fluttering from the plant to plant. Now it's just time to share them with the rest of the world. Adi, I don't know if I'm ready. I used to think college was right about the corner, but she trailed off, and for the first time, I realized her future was just as much of a mystery to me as mine. But what? Denver U offered me a cheerleading scholarship, but I'm not sure I want to go. It's crazy, right? I mean, there are people who can't afford college, and here I am, thinking of turning it down. It's not crazy, but if I were you, I had follow my heart. College isn't for everyone, and Kinda been making a mess of things lately. You and me both, but better now than 20 years from now. And if it doesn't work out, college will still be there. Now's the time to live out our wildest dreams. So, what do you want to do instead? I'm not sure yet. It's all still up in the air. An idea hit me, and I pulled Ava over to the fountain and held her onto the ledge before kneeling down and angling the camera up at her. Okay, I want you to jump as high as you can. I captured her squarely in the frame, hovering above everything else, bold and brave and free. Ava came over and I handed her the camera. Slowly, she flicked through the photos we had taken, each one better than the last. Remember the days when we thought we had to go to the same school? We were gonna be roommates and get one of those shag rugs and hang those cliche animals house posters. That seemed like a completely different lifetime. Now I have no clue what I'll be doing next year. Really, cause I think you could make this work. I couldn't have taken any of these on my own. Look, she wrapped her arm around mine and she pulled me in to give me a better view, sending my head in tailspin. I brushed my shoulder against hers, and pure electricity shot down my arm. When I looked up, she was staring right at me. You're incredible, Addie. Crap, she's beautiful. Say something, Addie. Don't think about how close you are together. Snap out of it. She has a girlfriend already. I screamed internally as my brain basically shorted out. I couldn't tear my eyes away from her. And for a moment, I let myself imagine the future we had planned. Lunch on the quad, late night study sessions, falling asleep just feet apart to the classroom and get our photos printed. When I pushed the door to the classroom open, I knew something was off, but I couldn't place it. The room was eerily quiet, and the lights had been shut off, bathing the room in shadows. To our left, something moved. Addy, you saw that too, right? It's not just me. Ava, turn on the lights. We swept at the bank of light switches until the entire room was illuminated, but when I looked around, we were alone. Let's just get to the computer, hit the printer, and get out of here before it ends like every scary movie ever. You don't have to tell me twice. I printed to my desk, snatched up my book bag, and threw it, only to come up empty. Looking for this. Lauren stood in the doorway, dangling something from her hand by the strap. Hey, that's my camera. Not funny, Lauren. Give it back, now. Give me an S. Give me a T. Give me an F. Give me a U. What's that spell? You might call the shots for the squad, but right now I am the boss. I took a step towards her, but Lauren slid the camera strap onto the single Mendel finger. Move one more inch, and this is gonna be one hell of a Kodak moment. Okay, you have made your point. You win. Just please don't. She bobbed her finger, and I gasped. The camera swayed dangerously back and forth. Please, please, huh? I think I like you like this. Tell you what, if you want a camera back, all of you have to do is beg for it. Not on your life. I had rather mop the boys' bathroom with my tongue than give you the satisfaction. That can be arranged. Bite me. Suit yourself. My heart stopped as she let the camera free fall and smash against the stone floor. You can still save this. My eyes flashed first to Lauren, then to the camera and back again before I dove for it from across the room. I was fast, but not fast enough. Lauren dove her heel into the body of the camera, crushing it beneath her foot. No, the only copies I had of my work here were in here. You just destroyed them. Good luck at the auction tomorrow, Addy. Break a lens. Well, I know I will break a leg for Lauren, but that was all for chapter 59, and I hope I will see you in chapter 60 and teach Lauren a lesson she'll never forget. Never ever forget. I have to give her what she deserves now. This was all. Thank